In this session, we are going to talk about security and governance in Agent 365. My name is Irina. I'm a general manager in Microsoft Security, overseeing our strategy and Microsoft Entra portfolio. So as a futurist, I'm so energized by the vision of the agentic future. But I realized that I've been in security for too long. Because with every new announcement, my first thought was, well, how are we going to get a handle of all of those agents? What are all of the risks that we don't fully understand yet? And that's why we've been working so hard to introduce Microsoft Agent 365, the control plane for agents. And that's why security and governance are so core to the Agent 365 value. So let's look deeper into what are the surface areas we will need to protect. Right? Like first, it's user-to-agent interaction, making sure we're protecting prompts and responses. Next, agent-to-agent interaction, making sure that we set guardrails which agents can connect to each other. Next, an agent interaction with LLM models. We need to make sure agents don't become vehicle for model poisoning. And then with all the different ways in which agents connect with data, whether it's more like an application pattern where we need to protect A-to-A connections, or like users, we need to make sure that we have both threat protection, data security, and access control in place. And this is why Agent 365 includes everything you need to manage agents across your digital estate. It has 5 capabilities, starting with registry, which gives you the full inventory of your agent fleet. Access control, so you can manage agent permissions and protect access to resources. Visualization, so you can map relationship between agents and people and data and monitor their behavior and performance in real time. It's interop, to make sure that you can connect them to the apps and work IQ so that agents can participate in human agent workflows and understand context of work. And finally, security. Agent 365 includes both threat protection to make sure that you can prevent, detect, and respond to threats that target agents, and data security so that you can protect data that agents create and use from oversharing, leaks, or risky behavior. And what's important is Agent 365 is not just for Microsoft. We build it to work with any agent. In fact, we already have a really broad ecosystem of partners, and it's growing by the day. All you can do in-house is integrate with the Agent 365 SDK, and our security products, Entra, Purview, Defender, are a part of that SDK. And what's really cool, it also includes observability based on OpenTelemetry, so our security products are going to get a lot richer. And Agent 365 is also an offer. It includes multiple products, pretty much similar to Microsoft 365 E5. So in security, it includes Defender, our threat protection solution, Entra, our identity and secure access solution, and Purview, our data security and compliance solution. And in productivity, it includes all Microsoft 365 apps, Work IQ, Power Apps, Power BI, and full management in Microsoft 365 Admin Center. In our session, we're going to focus on security so that we can show you how Agent 365 extends familiar concepts and introduces purpose-built defenses for agents. And we're going to start with Entra, because identity is the bedrock of security and Agent 365. So identity professionals are people on the front lines of managing users and groups, managing permissions, protecting access to resources, protecting users from malicious web traffic. So now all those things you will be able to do for agents. In this agentic world, your job will expand to managing agent identities and lifecycle, defining policies who can create and manage agents, governing agent permissions, protecting agent access to resources, and protecting them from internet threats. And this is just a quick recap of the things we announced in Microsoft Entra Agent ID. So with Agent ID and Registry, you will be able to discover and manage all of your agents. With lifecycle workflows and access governance, you can manage agents' permissions and lifecycle. And with conditional access, identity protection, and traffic filtering, you can protect agent access to resources. Why a distinct identity? Why didn't we just take app or user identity? Well, that's because agents are not quite one or the other. In the way that they access resources, they can follow both an application pattern, where they connect through APIs or A2A protocols or MCP servers or use a pattern. So our identity model needs to bridge both. So because most applications have multiple agents, our own security copilot already has 12 and it keeps growing, and then different users create multiple instances of those agents, each instance needs their own identity. But managing each individual instance at scale is going to get daunting. So agent blueprints are like templates that essentially manage those agent identities in scale. They have predefined parameters like OAuth, users and groups that can use those agents, and finally, Entra registry. I think you've heard that before. Registry serves three purposes. First, it's the visibility into your entire agent fleet. Then it's agent-to-agent discoverability. And third, it's ability to control which agents can be discovered and which agents should be quarantined. For now, it has agents with ID and agents you register yourself. And soon it will also have all shadow agents that will help you discover. And architecturally, it's a source of truth of agent inventory in Agent 365, Defender, Purview, and Foundry. Well, this was a really quick overview of the things that you get with Agent 365 across Entra, Defender, and Purview, and how you can really keep your agents safe as you are adopting agents, and hopefully you're doing that at scale. Bringing this all together, Agent 365, security capabilities for AI apps and infrastructure, and our unified security dashboard, we're delivering the most comprehensive protection for your entire AI stack. And we really hope that Agent 365, the control plane for agents, will help you adopt agents at scale.